Actor and former governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger, has told the BBC that people should stop whining about President.
What do you call someone who grew up in a cold Austrian village with no running water, then became a 7-time Mr. Olympia, a Hollywood megastar, and the governor of California? You call him unstoppable. Arnold Schwarzenegger's rise wasn't just about muscles or movies.
Well, I think the most important thing is when you are in a leadership position like that, is that you are inclusive and that you work.
It was about mindset, grit, vision. He didn't follow a blueprint. He was the blueprint. In this video, we're unpacking how a poor immigrant with a thick accent and no connections transformed himself into a global icon. Some key moments, no fluff, just the truth about one of the most relentless transformations in modern history.
Special treat, former California governor and action star Arnold Schwarzenegger sat down with CNN's Dana Bash.
Arnold was born in 1947 in Thal, Austria, a small village still recovering from World War II. His family had almost nothing. His father was strict, a former Nazi soldier. Discipline was enforced with an iron hand. There was no central heating, and Arnold often fetched water from a well. But early on, he developed a hunger, not just to escape, but to achieve something big. He admired heroes like Reg Park and Steve Reeves, men who combined strength with fame. That fire started early. He once said, "I knew I was destined for something more. I just had to figure out how to get there." At 15, Arnold picked up a barbell and never looked back. He found his escape in the gym. He'd break into local gyms to train on Sundays when they were closed. While other teens were out partying, he was studying muscle magazines and training twice a day. He didn't just want to lift weights, he wanted to be the best. He had no real coach, no fancy equipment, just raw drive. Within 2 years, he was winning local competitions. Bodybuilding became his passport out of Austria. Arnold didn't just train harder, he thought bigger. He was already dreaming of America, the land of muscle, money, and movies. In 1968, at age 21, Arnold boarded a plane to Los Angeles with barely any money, broken English, and one goal: become the greatest bodybuilder in the world. He worked menial jobs, took night classes to learn English, and trained like a machine. It wasn't glamorous. He lived in small apartments, ate cheap food, and faced constant doubt, but he didn't care. To him, this was paradise, because now he was in the land of opportunity. Every day was a step toward his vision. He didn't see limits, he saw openings, and his work ethic made him stand out from the start. Arnold won his first Mr. Olympia title at age 23, the youngest ever at the time. Then he won 6 more. But he didn't just win, he redefined the sport. He brought charisma, personality, and global attention to bodybuilding. His physique was unmatched, but so was his confidence. He knew how to entertain, how to connect, how to own a stage. He used his wins as leverage to land endorsement deals, business opportunities, and eventually a path to Hollywood. Arnold didn't treat bodybuilding as a niche sport. He treated it as a launch pad. And once he dominated, he set his sights on a much bigger screen. Arnold's first auditions were brutal. Casting agents told him his accent was too thick, his name too long, and his body too weird. They said he'd never make it, but Arnold didn't flinch. He took acting classes, voice lessons, and kept showing up. In 1970, he landed his first films, Hercules in New York. It flopped, but he kept grinding. His big break came in 1982 with Conan the Barbarian. Then came the Terminator in 1984, and everything changed. I'll Be Back became iconic. Arnold wasn't just a bodybuilder turned actor. He was now a full-blown star. And the accent they mocked, it became part of his brand. In the 80s and 90s, Arnold owned the box office. Predator, Commando, Total Recall, True Lies. He became the highest paid actor in the world. But he wasn't just picking action roles. He leaned into comedy too. Twins, Kindergarten Cop, Jr. He understood branding better than anyone. He knew how to reinvent himself, how to sell big moments, how to build global appeal. While other action stars faded, Arnold adapted. And through it all, he never forgot his roots or the discipline that got him there. He wasn't chasing fame. He was building a legacy, one blockbuster at a time. While making millions in film, Arnold was quietly becoming a savvy businessman. Long before he made it big, he'd invested in real estate, buying apartment buildings and flipping properties in LA. By the time he hit Hollywood stardom, he was already a millionaire. He launched fitness publications, nutritional products, and even a mail-order business. Unlike most stars, he didn't rely on one income stream. He created multiple. He once said, "Money doesn't make you rich. Having a plan does." Arnold didn't wait for opportunities. He built them, and that mindset helped him stay relevant and rich long after the cameras stopped rolling. In 2003, Arnold shocked the world by running for governor of California.
You have to somehow balance the budget. So all of a sudden you have $20 billion short this year, $20 billion the next year,
No political background, no party machine, just charisma, confidence, and name recognition. People laughed until he won, twice. As governor, he faced massive challenge, budget deficits, wildfires, political gridlock, but he didn't shy away. He took hits, made enemies, and still got things done. His politics weren't perfect, but his work ethic was real. He called himself the Governator and made government cool to a generation that never cared. This wasn't a gimmick. It was another chapter in the same story, a man who refused to stay in one lane. Even after politics, Arnold never slowed down. He returned to acting, produced documentaries, grew his fitness brand, and most impressively, he stayed in peak physical condition well into his 60s and 70s. Why? Because discipline never left him. He wakes up at 5 a.m., still trains daily, and inspires millions to do the same. His Instagram is packed with gym videos, life lessons, and pet donkeys. Because why not? Arnold doesn't believe in retirement. He believes in momentum, and no matter how big he got, he still carries the same mindset from that cold Austrian village. Earn it every day. Arnold's story isn't all triumph. He's talked openly about mistakes, in business, in relationships, in life. After leaving office, he faced criticism. His marriage ended. He battled depression. But he didn't hide. He owned it. He worked through it. He showed the world that strength isn't just about muscle. It's about resilience, vulnerability, growth. He turned personal setbacks into life lessons. And by doing that, he stayed more than relevant. He stayed human. In a world of plastic heroes, Arnold remained real. Flawed, but focused. Broken, but never beaten. That's what makes his story hit even harder. These days, Arnold spends more time giving back. He speaks at schools, hosts events, funds after-school programs. He mentors young athletes, entrepreneurs, and even activists. He believes in hard work, but also in access. He knows not everyone gets the same start, so he tries to level the field. Whether it's through scholarships, health initiatives, or climate action, Arnold shows up. Not for headlines, but because he knows what it's like to start with nothing. His legacy isn't just the trophies or the movies. It's the ripple effect, the lives he helps shape long after the spotlight moves on. Arnold Schwarzenegger's life is a masterclass in reinvention. Bodybuilder, movie star, businessman, governor, global brand. He didn't wait for permission. He didn't settle for one dream. He kept pushing, learning, evolving. And through it all, he stayed grounded in his roots. Discipline, vision, and an unshakable belief in his future. He's not just an immigrant success story. He's a symbol of what's possible when you show up with insane work ethic and zero excuses. From poverty to power, from a village in Austria to the global stage, Arnold didn't just chase the American dream, he bench pressed it. Arnold Schwarzenegger's journey proves that success isn't handed to you. It's earned through repetition, resilience, and relentless vision. His story isn't about luck, it's about drive. If it fired you up, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs that push, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, because we've got more raw, real stories of people who turned struggle into strength. Thanks for watching, and remember, you don't have to start at the top, you just have to start.